A unique breed of guys known as Sigma males march to the beat of their drum. They are frequently misinterpreted because they don't conform to the stereotypical image of an alpha or beta male. In contrast to their alpha colleagues, who like attention and rivalry, Sigma men steer clear of such situations, particularly when trying to win over a lady. They don't need to win over women to establish their value. They don't want to be regarded as the king of the jungle. These people define their value inwardly rather than through achievements or approval from others. Because of their independence, mystique, and intense individualism, they frequently stand out from the crowd without even trying. Sigma males don't play the game of competing for a woman's attention or affirmation, unlike other men who might feel the need to do so. Here are 8 reasons Sigma males don't struggle for a woman. 1. They aren't simply another dominant man. Alpha males are not Sigma males, and they don't want to be. Alpha males aim to rule and dominate, whilst Sigma males would rather be on their own. Since their sense of self-worth is independent of receiving attention or affection from women, they do not compete with other guys for it. Sigma males don't feel the need to prove anything, in contrast to alpha men who are continuously attempting to win over any woman to demonstrate their masculinity. They don't feel the need to showcase their alpha-like qualities, such as confidence and assertiveness, in a competitive manner. That is plenty for them since they have confidence in both themselves and their skills. They have followed their rhythm, unwilling to belong to the elite group. It's not about being the most boisterous person in the room or being the center of attention. They would rather remain in the background, going about their own business, than compete with women in any way. Rather than attempting to outdo or subjugate others vying for women's attention, they place a greater emphasis on their personal development and inner tranquility. May be an activity for alphas, but it serves as a diversion from the enjoyment and personal objectives of Sigmas. Great if she's interested. If not, it won't bother them too much. It's just a matter of chemistry and compatibility. If those things aren't present, people move on. It's not something to be won or lost. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly help me grow the channel by subscribing now. 2. Rather than quarrel over women, they would rather work on their future. While many men waste time and effort attempting to win women over, Sigma males have higher goals in mind. They are aspirational people who value constructing a prosperous future over pursuing transient pleasures. Alright, so many might say, but why not do both? The problem is that they simply don't think about competing for women. Sigma males are motivated by something more profound than fleeting flings or superficial attraction. They are not interested in drama or outshining other men in the competition to see who can make a woman fall in love. That kind of rivalry serves only as a diversion from the real issues. When you could be improving your lot in life, why put in so much effort attempting to outdo each other? Being the finest version of yourself will automatically lure the right person to you. Sigma guys are long-term planners. They're playing chess, not checkers. If a relationship is destined to last, it will eventually arise from a sincere connection rather than from attempting to impress someone by showmanship. According to them, true strength is pursuing your goals in life, knowing what you want, and allowing everything else to work itself out. Without even attempting to compete, the exact quality that makes Sigma men so alluring is their level of self-assurance and goal clarity. 3. They attract rather than pursue. The goal of Sigma males is to stand out from the crowd and attract the correct kind of ladies with their entire being. Imagine it as a magnet. They don't go around attempting to gather scrap metal. The correct one comes to them directly because of their powerful, innate draw. It's not about entertaining people with games or performances to get their attention. It all comes down to being you and letting that speak for you. What makes them unique is that they turn left when everyone else turns right. However, they don't do it to stand out, it's just who they are. Without even trying, their uniqueness is what makes them so captivating. The proper ladies who value those attributes are drawn to the effortless, genuine, and authentic qualities. Sadly, the notion that males must actively seek women to succeed or be considered manly is frequently promoted by our culture. For guys who might not feel comfortable with that attitude, this can be very stressful. The answer is that Sigma males just don't buy into that story, even if it means being called out as odd or strange. Others may be preoccupied with attempting to impress, but they're effortlessly attracting attention. Their effortless and magnetic appeal sets them apart and demonstrates that sometimes the best strategy for winning is to not participate in the game at all. 4. They value intelligence more than looks. Many men concentrate only on physical appearance while selecting a partner. Personality or compatibility with intelligence is irrelevant to them. All that matters is the outside appearance. If it's shiny enough, they will take a chance. But before long, they'll come to understand that physical attractiveness isn't always a reliable indicator of compatibility. Although a woman's appearance may first attract the attention of a Sigma male, these men admire a woman's intelligence, morals, and character just as much, if not more. A powerful intellect and inner beauty would genuinely captivate them. They are looking for someone who can mentally challenge and excite them. Someone with a stronger degree of connection who can hold their own in discussions and disputes more than just a physical draw. There's more to actual compatibility and long-lasting partnerships than meets the eye. They necessitate emotional and mental harmony. While beauty may fade over time, character and intelligence endure. 5. They don't require needless stress or drama in their lives. Sigma men don't tolerate drama, conflict, or tension in their romantic relationships. They like to be in the company of positive and harmonious individuals rather than those who bring about confusion and unrest. This also holds in love relationships. These people don't want to compete for attention or put up with possessiveness and jealousy. While they don't mind taking on obstacles and resolving disputes, they cherish their mental health and avoid circumstances that can jeopardize it. They also don't intentionally seek out drama or participate in harmful activities. They are not into mind games or competing for a woman's attention. Their desire for a balanced, low-key lifestyle is at odds with their desire to not have to cope with needless stress or to be on guard all the time. They are pickier about who they choose to date, preferring emotionally secure, mature women who share their views. Therefore, women who get thrills from having numerous men compete for their attention will not pass the Sigma male's criterion. That kind of chaos is not what they need in their lives. 6. They prioritize mutual progress over ego battles. For these guys, it's all about developing as a team rather than competing to be the best. When you stop to think about it, they choose a different path in a world where so many people are vying for attention from women, particularly when it comes to leveling up each other. This viewpoint isn't supported by battling over women, as it's mostly about winning rather than improving and sharing. The deeper connection is what Sigma males are yearning for in a partner. They want to form a link that will enable both partners to grow, learn, and explore. This strategy steers clear of energy-draining and tense debates and competitions. Rather than competing with one another, they put more of an emphasis on helping, understanding, and encouraging one another. In this manner, the couple can accomplish their objectives, find contentment, and create a solid, long-lasting bond. This mentality differs greatly from what we frequently witness, as relationships devolve into a competition to see who is superior. Sigma males who choose mutual growth choose a happier, more contented partnership without the strain of continual rivalry. 7. They just want to enjoy their freedom. Sometimes all you want is to be left on your own, to pursue your interests without interruptions from other people. This isn't a sign that you dislike people, rather, there are moments when you just need time to regroup and concentrate on your top goals. Perhaps you'd like to take a trip, work on personal projects, or simply get some alone time to think. Sigma males place a high value on their independence and freedom, and they don't want anyone to try to limit or stifle them. They simply want to make sure that relationships don't get in the way of their aspirations and ambitions. They aren't against relationships. Not every man requires a partner's unwavering approval or company. Sigma males don't want someone to try to control or suffocate them since they need a certain amount of independence and space to grow. For these men, freedom is paramount, and they will not sacrifice it for anyone. 8. They never compete for attention or validation. These people don't enter the race in an attempt to gain attention or validation from others, particularly women. They think genuine ties should arise organically rather than by coercion or rivalry. Sigma males prioritize their aims and aspirations, in contrast to many others who want attention or acceptance. They are liberated from the widespread social demand to prove their worth to others by adopting this mentality. They don't need to compete for attention in the spotlight to feel validated because they possess inner power and confidence. They draw women who value them for who they are rather than merely for the attention they can give because of this. In a world where everyone is vying for attention, Sigma men subtly carve out their niche, which makes them innately fascinating and alluring to those seeking the real deal. They just want to feel worthy, not to prove themselves to anyone or play the seduction game. When you can travel comfortably on your route, why put yourself through hoops?